Hey peeps, Donna here, also known as Schwig. I have been MIA for a little while and I'll tell you about it. Not that I haven't done any videos, I have. Since YouTube got rid of their video editor, I have no way to edit my videos. I am very busy and I haven't got time to research a video editor. So I am asking you guys out there, if you guys know an easy, free video editor for either the computer or the computer and the iPhone, I would really much appreciate if you'd put that in the comments below so that I can get my videos back up and going. So this here, totally unedited, gonna be a little bit scripted. I haven't come to you for a couple of weeks anyways, few weeks. So I'm going to start with my stats. I am 46 years old, 5'6.5". I had bariatric surgery, R&Y, with Dr. Tom Ombuck of Blossom Bariatrics at the Warm Springs Surgical Center in Las Vegas. I am not from Las Vegas. I am from British Columbia, Canada, on Vancouver Island. That is the west coast of Canada. I was a self-pay and traveled to Las Vegas for my surgery. I had that surgery September 14th, 2016. My highest weight was 337 pounds. My day of surgery was 303.3 pounds. Now today is not my weigh-in day, tomorrow is, but I'm going to tell you my weight today because I'm doing the video right now. I have the time to do the video and that's the way it's going to be. So my weight this morning was 210 pounds. Very happy about that. Yeah, woo, woo. That means the scale has started to move again for me and I am very happy about that. I was stuck at approximately 216 for about 3 months. So yeah, it started moving and yay. Now in the time that I've been gone, I did do a 1-year video, but like I said, it needs to be edited, and so I'm just going to give you the gist of what it was about instead of going back and having to edit all these videos. I'm just going to ditch them and start from here. So besides some of the obvious things that everybody talks about, you know, the great stuff that's happened over the year, like, you know, I've got more energy, I've reduced my meds, I'm no longer in pain, I've got no back pain, no pain in my feet, no pain in my knees, no pain in my hips. You know, I generally feel good, I've got a lot more energy. Actually, I am cold all the time, not such a great thing, but it is really hard for me to break a sweat where I used to always break a sweat just even doing housework. So, you know, it's all good stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about the not so good stuff, the stuff you don't hear so much about. My first thing is, sorry, my nose is itchy. Does that mean I'm going to kiss a fool? My biggest regret with my weight loss surgery. My biggest regret, when I had my surgery, I did not take the anesthetic very well, and my recovery took a long time. It took like 3 months before I was able to really get back into things, and even then I was still sleeping a lot. During that time, I wasn't moving around a whole lot, and even though I was trying my hardest to get my protein intake, drink all my water, and all the rest of that stuff, and for the most part, I did a really good job with all of that. Never cheated once on my diet for the first 8 months. Never had anything I wasn't supposed to. I'm drawing a blank just because I know I can't edit this. After about 3 months, I should have started exercising, and I didn't. And when I say exercising, I don't mean full out blast them, but that's what I would have done, and that's probably why I didn't do it. I lost a lot of muscle during that time that I wasn't doing anything, and I should have picked up doing some weightlifting, even if it had been just easy stuff, and really taken advantage of that phase where I was losing a lot of weight, because I am no longer doing that. Now, maybe it'll pick up again. Like I said, for the last 3 months, I've been at a stall at about 216. I was fluctuating between 216 and 219 on any given day. So I think maybe if I had been exercising during that time, I might have lost more weight before I had stalled. Who knows? You don't really know. You can't go back and do it again. So it is what it is, and I accept that, but it is a regret that I have. I should have weightlifted. I should have done more exercising in those earlier days. Then I wouldn't be having this question, this regret. So that's my regret, my biggest disappointment with my weight loss surgery. Now, before weight loss surgery, I was a really severe diabetic. I was taking 5 insulin shots a day with 3 different kinds of insulin, plus taking metformin 5 times a day. And that didn't include some other medications that I was on that had nothing to do with my diabetes. So I was on a lot of medication. I was actually on 7 different prescriptions. It cost more than $600 a month for my prescriptions. Now, I say that, I don't want you guys to think that that was all out of my pocket. My benefits paid for it. I'm very fortunate to have full coverage on my benefits, but still the fact is, if they had come out of my pocket, I would have been paying $600, more than $600 a month. Now, I know you guys in the United States, and most of my viewers are from the US, measure your blood glucose a little differently than we do here in Canada. So I'm going to just give you a guideline of how we do it here. Ideally, your blood glucose readings on the glucometer should read between 5 and 7. Under 7, above 5. That's, according to my doctor, perfect. That's where I should be. Now, before surgery, my blood readings were about 8.3. So, but that was with a lot of medication to try and keep it down. The day of my surgery, my blood sugars were at like 12. And I asked the doctors, I said, this is abnormal for me. I'm not ever at 12 since I've been able to keep my myself medicated, with the insulin and stuff. It's always been quite a bit lower. I said, so I didn't know what was happening, but they said, no, it's normal. You're under a lot of stress. And it really was, because I was a basket case the day of my surgery. I really thought that, I could have potentially died. That's how I really felt. And so I was under a lot of stress. So that's why they figured that my blood sugars were up to 12. Now, I've never heard anybody actually say this. Most people in the videos that I've watched, they say they wake up after surgery, they're no longer diabetics. I thought, woo, that's what I want. That's what I want. I woke up out of surgery. Now, like I said, I don't take anesthetic very well, so it's not like I woke up and was with it, because it took me a long time to get with it. It took me up until like well past midnight that night, and that was the first surgery in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember a lot before midnight. But I do have like little spots where I remember, and one of the things I do remember was they wouldn't let me go back to the hotel because my blood sugar was so high. And when I say high, I mean it absolutely skyrocketed to like 23, 24. That's huge. I have no idea what that is in the United States, but like I said, in Canada, it should read to be in our ideal range between 5 and 7. So 23, 24 is huge. The doctors, again, they said it's not totally abnormal. They don't see it very often, but it's not abnormal and it should go down over the next few days. And it did. It took 3 days to a week for my blood sugar to come down. After that, it started crashing. And then I really had to start to adjust my medications. That made me very happy that, all of a sudden I was off of one insulin. Then I was off of the second insulin. And then I was off of the third insulin. And, like over the next few weeks and months. Probably over 3 months, actually. So, like I said, I was very, very happy about that. But I'm talking about my biggest disappointment. My biggest disappointment is I am over a year out and I'm still a diabetic. I still have to take my metformin twice a day. Not 3 times a day like I used to, but twice a day. I keep trying not to take my metformin because I am in a good range. My blood sugars stay, well, I would say between 4.5, which is a little low, and 6.3. So it's staying in that range. So then I get rid of my metformin, and I find that over 3 days, my blood sugar starts to rise, and it'll rise, the first day it'll rise up to, 6.9, then the next day it'll be 7.5, the next day it'll be 8.4, and then I go, okay, enough is enough. I have to take my metformin, and I have to get my blood sugar down. So then because I do still have some insulin in my house, I will take a small shot of insulin, like 6 units at night, only 1 shot, and I will continue to take my metformin. By the next day, usually next day or 2 sometimes, not very often. I don't let it usually get too out of control before I start taking my medication again. It will come back down into the 5-6 range. So like I said, my biggest disappointment is that I am still actually a diabetic. My doctors tell me that if I lost maybe another 20 pounds, that might change. I hope so. I would really like to be able to kick the metformin to the curb. But I am very, very grateful that it is only the metformin that I'm taking for my diabetes. I am taking one other medication for my kidneys because I've had kidney disease since I was 21 years old. Has nothing to do with the diabetes, because that's the first thing everybody asks me. Oh, you've got kidney disease because you were diabetic. Nope, it has nothing to do with my diabetes. Anyways, so my biggest regret, my biggest disappointment, there you go. And I am now over a year out. So like I said, if I lose another 20 pounds, hopefully I will try again to get rid of my metformin. We'll see. What else can I tell you? Oh, I bought my tickets for OH a little bit ago. Got my hotel is booked. I am sharing again with Berica. Go look her up if you're not already following her. Encourage her to make her videos. So we are going to OH together. I believe we're going to be there from the 24th to the 28th. Who else is going? I would love to know if you're going and what days you're going to be there. If you're there early, I would love to get together with you. I don't know if you know this, if you've been to conferences before, but there is a costume party, especially since it's going to be Halloween. I don't know what to be for Halloween. I do not know what to dress up as this Halloween costume party. So if you guys have some ideas, let me know, as I am so busy at work that I don't have time to do a lot. I've asked Berica for help. I've asked my daughter-in-law for help. But I'm having a hard time with it. So give me some ideas. Give me some good ideas. I would love to hear them. By the way, if I didn't already say it, the OH is in Long Beach, California. Looking forward to some nice warm weather. Also, oh, this is kind of cool. I have already purchased my ticket to WLSFA in San Antonio, Texas. I believe that is in June of 2018. Yeah, June of 2018. And what I did was I saw Erin from my VSG Confessional on Instagram. She said she has a squad happening. She's calling it the Struggle Bus Squad. And I guess what WLSFA does is, I'm assuming it's WLSFA that puts it together, is they reserve a table for you at their banquet, stuff like that. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know if the Struggle Bus Squad is limited to so many people or if there is a timeline to get in on it. I am sure that this is still very, very early, although the earlier you get your tickets, the cheaper they are. So why not get them now, right? I would love to know who's going to WLSFA in San Antonio, Texas, so I can meet you there. And what else can I tell you? Oh yeah. Okay, so the last time I came to you guys, I was doing the Body for Life program. I did it for about 2.5 weeks. I loved the exercise part of it. Every day I was feeling stronger. I was doing really great. I was having a bit of a hard time with the food part of it. It was just eating too often for me. And it was too many calories, really. It was really hard to get in. So I had to modify my eating. But what happened, I also developed a bladder infection. And unfortunately, as stubborn as I am, I just didn't pay attention to my own body and realize that there was anything wrong until it had gotten out of hand. So I had to stop exercising. I stopped eating. I ended up in bed on medication. And it took me about 1.5 weeks to get better. And I decided during that 1.5 weeks that I was no longer going to do the actual Body for Life program because I couldn't follow the diet part of it. Not to say I was going to give up on the exercise, but for the time being, I have. And the reason is I decided to go keto. Now, Kirsten I'm sorry, Kirsten, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but Hastasilomas, she is doing keto cleanse. So what I did was I bought the book that she was recommending, joined her Facebook group. I don't know if it's her Facebook group, but Facebook group that she's in, she invited me to it. And I decided after reading the book that it was a good idea to try the keto diet. My husband said he would do it with me. So that was like, yeah, it's some huge motivation for me to get it right. Now when I say he's doing it with me, he doesn't need to lose a lot of weight. He needs maybe 30 pounds. That's it. So, but he's doing it with me, so everything in the house is keto. And the first part of this keto diet, they don't want you exercising until you've become, I think it's called fat adapted. So I started the keto diet with intermittent fasting. I was fasting from 6 p.m. until noon the next day. And I was feeling really great about it. So I'm into my second week. Thursday will be 2 weeks for me. Today's Tuesday. And so for the first week, I did the intermittent fasting. And then I thought, well, I'm going to see what it's like without intermittent fasting for the second week. I have come to the conclusion I need to fast. Once I start eating in the morning, I generally want to eat more. So if I save my eating until noon, which is not a big deal for me at all, I can, and then only eat until 6, I'm not eating as much, or I'm not wanting to eat as much. Now, I don't feel hunger. I find myself very, very fortunate in this community. There are so many people who get really hungry, even right after surgery, and I haven't felt any real physical hunger. When I'm hungry, I just get lightheaded, sometimes a little bit dizzy or shaky. It's usually low blood sugar. But I don't have any real physical hunger. So for me to fast until noon is no big deal at all. But I've decided that I got to go back to that. So Thursday, which is my 1 week on, 1 week off of my intermittent fasting, then I will get back onto my intermittent fasting. I don't know how long I'll continue to do it for, but at least for the next week. Maybe I'll do a week on, a week off. Maybe I'll do a week on, a couple of days off, since I've realized that it's hard for me to handle. But yeah, one of my favorite things though, about this keto diet, I have been trying my hand at different fat bombs. Oh my God, I've been having fun with those, and man, are they ever delicious. I've made several different kinds of peanut butter cup ones, trying to find just the right recipe because I don't really care for the artificial sweeteners. So I've been using monk fruit. I really like that. I believe it's keto. If you guys know different, let me know. But so I've tried a few different peanut butter cup recipes. One of my favorites is a key lime fat bomb. That is delicious. And what did I do today? Oh, I did little cheesecakes. So I did a cheesecake recipe and realized, it was pretty good, but I could make them the size of my fat bombs, which are the small little muffin cups things. I don't know, not muffin. It's pretty hard if I see a muffin that small, but anyways, they're little cupcake muffin cupcake. Oh, frick, you know what I'm talking about. So that's been pretty good, and I've been trying to find different recipes because really the first week was tough. It was tough. You can only eat so many eggs and bacon. So I know that the recipes out there are pretty infinite, but my lack of time has made it hard to find them. But my husband, because we've started looking at them, they start coming up on Facebook. And I've joined some groups like keto.connect, keto.connect.net. No, Keto Connect. I don't know. Anyways, there's a few Facebook pages and YouTube channels that I've subscribed to. So I am seeing a few recipes. There was one for a fried chicken with a nice coating on it that is keto friendly. So I'm going to be trying that one because my husband he really needs stuff in the fridge so that he can just grab. I am limiting myself to between 11 and 1,300 carbs, maybe a little bit more than 1,300 carbs, calories. And then I'm trying to stay under 20 net carbs. So I am documenting everything in my FitnessPal. If you want to check out my diary, it is a public diary. You can check it out there. You can send, it's a public diary, but I think you have to friend me first. So if you want to friend me, it's Schwig, SCHWIGG, and I'll accept anybody's friend request. That's cool with me. So, what else? I think that's about it. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm almost 25 minutes into this. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing any editing. Let me know if you guys have a good editor, because I would really like to be able to do a little bit better than this. And yeah, so I hope you guys all have a super great day right now, evening, night. If you are new to my channel, hey, and if you're returning to my channel, thank you so much. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for following me. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see me more often than what this has been. And yeah, so I'm going to say peace out, peeps. Have a good night.